1.6 billion. Tonight's Mega Millions prize is the largest in U.S. history.
Charlotte's going to bust out those tickets she already bought. But winning could lead to a whole lot of legal hassles. Fox 5 legal analyst Wendy Patrick is here with a look at what the winner can expect. Wendy, good morning.
Wendy, for the
stop
record,
with the zipping in the thing.
for the record, these are the winning tickets.
No.
Oh, wow.
You've said that for 10 years. You never win. Let's get, good morning.
Okay, Charlie.
Good morning. I noticed you wore green in honor of talking about
The color of money.
It looks very pretty, by the way.
Thank you.
Let's talk first of all. Let's say you win. That's a big, obviously, if. How do you actually figure out where to go from there? How much money you keep, what lawyers to call, what financial people what are the first steps you need to know?
Raul, I'm so glad you asked that question. I hope everybody is listening, because if you are in it to win it, you're going to be outed if you live in California, because we are not among the handful of states that allow you to remain anonymous.
Right.
Best case scenario, silence is golden. And if you are going to be disclosing that you've won, as you have to if you're in California, less is more. And this is one of the things you have to think about, Raul, your question. You're going to have to get everything lined up first. Obviously, you sign your ticket. That's a $1 billion bill you're going to be holding in your hand.
Wow.
But then you have to get everything in line, sometimes even before you claim your winnings. There's that famous case about the man that appeared on Good Morning America or one of these national shows before claiming the winnings, and then had to travel across state lines with people knowing he had that lottery ticket on him. Can you imagine?
No.
You imagine the stress. So once you have the money, the best thing you can do is take a step back and strategize how you're going to manage it. Like you say, lawyers, financial advisors, tax advisors. All of these things have to be in place before you do anything. So these jokes about not showing up to work on Monday, not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Nope.
Keep everything up. My question, trust becomes such a huge issue here with all these people who are going to surround you, because when you win this much money, I mean, I'm talking the vultures come out of the woodwork.
And these are a couple of ideas. There have been people that have won the lottery and decided to take down their social media accounts, for example, making it more difficult to find them, because you're right, everybody comes out of the woodwork, from relatives to charities to others that will bring frivolous lawsuits that you'll have to spend money to defend against.
Right.
So one of the things people decide to do ahead of time is, if it's going to be something that they're going to share with an office pool, for example, all that has to be in writing. It has to be strategized on the front end, so there's not this kind of legal liability that can tie up those winnings for years. Think about that as a lawsuit works its way through the system. So you are going to show up on Monday. You may be showing up for the next couple of years worth of Mondays if you're tied up in litigation.
Okay, there are people who do the office pool. You know, everybody goes in and they put their $2 in and then you buy it. So you say if you do that, you should clearly write out who is involved and what will happen if you win the money?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
so you need to do that before.
That's right. As you go along, there can't be
but who does that?
Who donated what? Well, everybody's doing it nowadays because there's all of this information. First of all, this is the biggest lotto that we've ever heard of. So there are precautions being taken, thankfully, by people that normally just, would just kind of, everybody tosses their money into a bucket, somebody goes and buys the tickets. Now there are lists of who paid what when, so that if, and again you say big if somebody wins, they're going to be able to share the winnings without litigation.
Okay, I have another question, because I think sharing is caring, and that's a lot of money for any one human being to have. So every time the lottery gets really big, I'll buy it, and I will go on social media and I'll just put your name in the hat.
I've told her this is
and
a horrible idea.
I didn't say split. I say if I win the jackpot, I will share the winnings with whoever.
Everybody gets
because there's
$1.
Plenty of, I'm not going to give everybody $1.
The good news, Charlie, for you is that you're not going to win the lottery.
Oh.
Just odds are against it. I'm just saying, realistically, the odds are against. Because I heard you on the air earlier say the same thing. You're going to share the winnings. It is that kind of language that others are hearing and are recording. They're going to come back and say, "Well, Charlie said that she's going to share it with whoever."
Share.
Well, then I hope you do win, because you're going to be sharing it a lot of different ways based on
share.
I think what Wendy is saying, if you keep announcing that on social media, you need to put this right next to it. Here we go.
That's right, a big old asterisk.
Giant asterisk.
Big old asterisk.
That's why lawyers invented fine print.
That's right.
If I win,
we're going to talk after the show about this.
I will hire you to handle My
you heard it. You
1.6?
heard it here.
Oh, for
okay.
sure.
See, is
without a
that
doubt.
legally binding what she just said?
Oral contracts are enforceable. People
are.
think they
Really?
need to be in writing. The oral contracts under the certain conditions
Yeah.
are enforceable.
We love to talk about this because everybody dreams about this money, but I'm still caught up on the thing you said at the beginning where why do you have to announce your name publicly in California? Have
Yeah.
we not seen proof enough of what can happen to people in terms of it's
That's
a
right.
safety issue for people? Why does the state make you give your name out when you win a big lottery?
Absolutely, and there are only a handful of states that don't, and California is not one of them. The reason
Why?
why is because it promotes the lottery. You know, the
No,
big
no, no.
checks,
But promotion
the party
versus
hats.
my family safety. No, no,
Well,
no.
that's
no.
the balancing act that
Yeah.
many states have done in making the decision
Sure.
whether or not they're going to do that. But California is one where you still got to have the check and the cameras
No,
and
no,
the
no.
balloons and
No.
the streamers.
Balloons they don't.
I'm right there with you. Wouldn't it be nice to just sort of disappear? Not in California.
Wendy, thank you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, guys. Good luck, by the way, Shelley. I'm going to need it.